And so it's All Gospel Friday right here on Flashpoint. I want to say good morning. Good morning. I did say a while ago that CoraleeKaren is going to tell us which day it is.
It is. It is a fantastic Friday. It is amazing that God has kept us alive. He has seen it fit to bring us in this space. And so as we come together, it's to make sure that it is fantastic.
Fantabulous. Elise, I don't know.
That can work as well. Combining fantastic and fabulous.
I can always trust you to bring the colorful words and make your own formulations. That's all I will say at this point.
I'm not elite, Michael.
Absolutely.
Manley. I'm not elite, Michael Manley. No. Michael Manley was known for making up his own words and just telling his own. All this new generation talk about telling my own truth. I don't want to use that word because the concept, because it is a really, when you think about it really, you start to wonder what truth is. You start to realize that somebody somehow don't have a clue what they're actually talking about. Because if you follow that narrative,
what is their truth though?
I know I'm going to. I know you're going.
Mikey.
Yes, it is there. It is there.
If it is their truth,
yes,
then isn't it for them to define what that looks like?
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean, be honest. If it is your truth, it is okay for you to define what that looks like. If it is my truth, I am determined by what it looks like. If it's Lady Elise's truth, she must decide what it looks like. But when you listen to all of that, there's no truth there, And so, the truth is, it's like, it's what it did. What just happened was, everybody telling their own tale, which the word truth should not be so, what you call, so callously used. Because it needs to have some. It needs to have some foundation. Should need to have some level of foundation to be considered. What it is. So you could say, "This is my experience, and this is my understanding, and this is my belief." That don't mean what you believe is any truth at all, because we have churches that have over how many churches now? Nearly 1,000 churches, different denomination, saying that they worship Christ, and they're the true church. And each church say they are the true church. Now, do you see the truths there? And that's what I'm saying. When I hear the concept of my truth, your truth, then truth must stand on foundation and principled foundation to be found. There must be a reference point to reference what truth really is. And so I don't subscribe to my truth.
And so my question,
and stuff like that.
My question to you, dear Michael, is who
dear Michael, dear. Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Therein lies the conundrum.
Yes.
Because, and here's how dynamic it is, right?
Yes.
Because all 43,000 has the Bible as their source.
Yes, and that is what makes it so dangerous and so, for me, so ridiculous that this is even possible. And it bothers me. And when people who have not been involved in Christianity sees this, they're wondering, what set of idiots are these people? It begs the question, are these people naturally stupid or what? And you must see that as a valid criticism or a valid question. You can't ignore it.
Agreed. I will submit though, Brother Michael, that what it speaks to is the craftiness of our adversary and the fact that we should not take him lightly.
Well, the Bible speaks of the discerning
because if there is one and he is able to create fine, do not underestimate him.
I will not. I'm watching the person saying. When I used to go to the temple early years, I'm trying to refuse to call the building the church anymore. Because there must be the temple of God and the church must be going to the temple of
Ritual.
God. It is a ridiculous, to me, it's a stupid argument to say the church is going to church. It just sounds, alright, I'm sorry.
All right, before you get it.
Hold on. So what I'm saying is this. I was just saying, like, when I say, we go to the temple of God, it makes sense. It makes sense to say this, and in this notion, hold on 1 minute, please. I'm getting a call. 1 minute.
But it's time for devotional.
And it's time for a devotional.
Yes.
I'm gonna take my call after devotional. All right. So it's time for a devotional. So when we come back, Lady CoraleeKaren, you want to take us out with that one? I don't know. Tell us your thoughts and your truth, and then I'm gonna leave it there and we go.
And here I was thinking that you were in the middle of a story.
I was about to tell a story
It takes
until
a
Lady Elise started to cut me off and started to tell me I need to go to the devotional. and then I get a phone call and I'm taking it, and then all of that is happening, and so I'm going to say, Lady Elise.
Well, listeners, it is, yes, Mikey G is phenomenal. And so we are so grateful to be in his space, right? We will go to the devotional and allow phenomenal Michael to have his moment when we return.
Oh, God have mercy. Lord, help us. Give us a pillow.
Good morning. This is day 6. We all are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just as by the Spirit of the Lord. 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. A Vision That Transforms, written by Dennis Fisher. In one version of the mythical tale of King Arthur, the young king is hiding in a tree, nervously awaiting his betrothed. After falling, he felt he had to explain himself to the princess. So he recounted how he mysteriously was able to pull a sword out of a stone, entitling him to be king. That's how I became king, Arthur told her. I never wanted to be, and since I am, I have been ill at ease in my crown, until I dropped from the tree and my eye beheld you. Then suddenly, for the first time, I felt I was king. I was glad to be king. And most astonishing of all, I wanted to be the wisest, most heroic, most splendid king who ever sat on any throne. Simply gazing at his beloved brought about a change in character and purpose. As we reflect on our beloved, the Lord Jesus, we too experience a transformation. Paul wrote, "We all, with unveiled face, beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just as by the Spirit of the Lord." By gazing at our Lord in the pages of Scripture and by yielding to the Holy Spirit, we become different people. We will want to become more like Him, and our highest desire will be to please Him. Every day, more like my Savior. Every day, my will resign, till at last Christ reigns supremely in this grateful heart of mine. Our quote this morning reads, "Only Jesus can transform your life." End quote.
Scott, and you're listening to Flashpoint Radio. Rise and shine. Your morning boost of inspiration, news, and fun. With Mikey G, Lady Elise, and CoraleeKaren. The unmistakable combination, synergized to navigate.
Only Jesus can transform our lives. Sometimes we're busy trying to do some serious transformations, doing this, doing that, and the other things, doing a lot of self care and therapy. Just God to transform our life. Say good morning to the team. Good morning to our listeners this morning. Welcome to the breakfast hour.
I want to say good morning to Flash Talk. Flash Talk, Nikki. Yeah, Nikki Flash Talk. I'm telling you, when we designed this, program to say we're going to let the team speak on topical issues or different matters, no matter what it is. We're going to have the team talking about it. Flash Talk just turn up. I was just, I don't know, CoraleeKaren. We were missing on stage yesterday for that one.
Mikey, I have to just say something to you that we have a few of our friends joining us this morning on the breakfast hour. And of course, yeah, we have a few friends. And they're going to say good morning, starting.
Good morning, Mikey G. How are you doing?
Why you guys setting me up like that? Good morning to you. How are you this morning?
Welcome and happy birthday from St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Hey Pat, how you doing?
I am great. So wonderful to be in the space with you, and I was trying to get your other friend on. I'm hoping she'll join you soon because it's also her birthday.
I can't, but you guys are just making me so emotional this morning. Men are not, we hear the women say the men are so emotional these days, and I hate to use the word so loosely, but it is for me right now. I am a little emotional, and so I have
Here
to just.
she comes.
Good morning, Doctor. Here is I'm telling you, you are a surprise this morning. I never expected to see you this morning, and so I thank you. I thank you.
God's blessing be with you.
I thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And I also want to share this one, of course, a member of the team who you just mentioned.
Day to you, Michael.
Oh.
My June brother. Guess what? Today, Friday, June 6th, is all about you. You're a one of a kind star. You are a kind soul. And you have to be. You were born in the month of June, the best month of the year. I look forward to your programs in the mornings. There is something that you are going to say that if it's not making me smile, it is going to make me laugh out loud. I pray that on this your birthday, you will have, whatever your age is, you will have so many reasons to smile today. Do something, Michael, that makes your heart smile. You are a phenomenal human being, and so I wish for you a phenomenal day. I pray for God's richest blessing over your life, and I do wish for you an awesome year ahead, filled with good health, good friends, happiness, and a year filled with copious blessings. Greetings coming from the one and only Nikki B.
You guys setting me up bad, I saw Dr. K on a while ago. I am.
Wow. So I have never seen Mikey G speechless. Are you speechless,
I'm
Mikey?
telling you, he is speechless.
I don't know. Well, you're asking me to do something special today. I don't know if I can outdo this at all. So I don't know. Yeah.
Hold on. Mikey G.
Yes, ma'am.
just want to say happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday. Happy birthday to Mike.
How are you, Jen?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. I mean, they're making me almost want me to have tears coming down my face this morning. That's what's happening right now. And this is not because I'm sad. It is impossible to feel this sometimes. But it is. Yeah, this is. I never expected this one. They caught me. You guys caught me. I'm gonna say you guys caught
Anyway, Mikey G, just want to say happy birthday to you. You've been an awesome person, a good friend, and wish you all the best on this special day. Just to say that, everybody knows that you're the guy who thinks outside of the box and it's always controversial and who is always fun. But you are a wonderful person, and I am wishing you the best for today and for many, 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 many more birthdays to come. Happy birthday, Mikey G.
Thank you so much, Dr. K, this morning. And she says, I think outside the box and all those things that I do, amidst all of that, you are a good person. Thank you, Dr. K, for that one. And she said it, here I come with this thing. I said it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, man.
Let me just share this with you, Mikey G. I don't know if I have somehow lost it. Yes.
Aww.
Is he there? Right, let's take the moment.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Are you know that you have had the time to digest I think
It is very rare for Michael to be speechless. I think this is a good one. Lady Elise, I think this is a moment that we all need to pause and allow for us to really infuse
savor the moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But, Michael, we all want to let you know that you have not gone unnoticed. Not that you would allow us, but certainly the the day when it's exclusively yours, it certainly makes sense to let you know how exclusive you are to all of us. And I mean, there is no doubt that you're receptive of it, but certainly we really, really appreciate you and hope that this moment and the moments to come are sufficient to let you know how much we feel about you. Happy birthday.
I want to say is that, as you said, I'm without words. And I would say, boy, look, I know if I met big man, Bali, man. I tell you, I'm the person who says that men must never show their weakness and be cry babies. I would say that. And I know that the storyline is that men must cry and, all that. You are making it. And so I am actually emotional right now and getting that kind of that tearful feeling, I'm still against men bawling and carrying on, but you need to none of that. No. You need to stand up strong. If you bawl to your woman all the time, she's going to treat you like a child. You tell her that from now. So take it from Mikey G. Alright. So I am telling you, but there's a place for it, And I guess this morning one of them days when I have to hold it back a little bit. If I was, I have to hold it because the joy I feel right now and all of what you have done, Patrice from my good friend Pat from Virgin Islands, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect Dr. K to come on. I didn't expect you guys were setting me up the whole time and all that going on. I want to say to the team, Nikki, I didn't even know. Yeah, you know what, guys? Thank you. Let me just say thank you. I'm done. But this morning has been a morning for me. I was taking it a little low key, and my son called me a while ago and he was on the phone saying, Dad, happy birthday to you and you're earth strong and all that. And so I have one more son to call and say happy birthday.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. And I have 3 daughters to call. Let's see what happens. All right.
Well, we're happy that we can share the moment with you and them. So, yes, thank you for allowing us the space as well.
I don't think if the race is done now.
Oh no. I am working. Anybody who said they're working. I mean,
I remember that statement being used. I am working, and I think every time Ashley, I remember Ashley keeps saying it, working.
Well, without further ado, let's see the product of my work.
Celebrates his birthday. Mikey G, I don't know what I would have been at Flashpoint without your guidance, without your mentorship, even without the spicy debates that we do have. And Elise, please do not cut this out of the video because this is what makes Michael who he is. His ability to debate and to reason well. But more so, Mikey, I'm drawn to you because of your personality, your infectious laughter, and just the love that you have for people. I remember there was a particular day, Michael, I'm not going to say exactly, but you're going to smile the moment you remember it. And you were trying to help somebody, and by just trying to help that person, something else happened, and you called me in the morning and you wanted to talk, and I spoke with you, and even by just talking to you, I could see how much of a loving person you are. Mikey, today is your birthday. You know how I feel about you already. But guess what? I'm going to surprise you this morning. And guess what? You're not getting older. You're getting younger and wiser. I don't know what we would have done without your leadership and the love that you have, the youthfulness, the youthful exuberance that you protrude through your spirit. I want to say happy birthday, King, and may God continue to bless you. May God continue to watch and hover over you. And so, do not let anything spoil your birthday today. Again, Mikey G, from resident pastor to you, happy.
Well, you have to just. Oh, let me say thanks to Pastor Mark.
This is thank you very much, Mikey G. But it's Family Friday, as we all know. It's also Fantastic Friday, and the fact that it's also your birthday, it makes it even more fantabulous, to use your words. And so it is our pleasure to be celebrating you in this moment and to let you know, to remind you, because we hope that you already know that we love you. But on these occasions, it helps to be reminded that you're loved, that you're appreciated, and that we're here. All of us are here this moment, this morning, because of your vision. And so we couldn't have done anything else. And so Lady Elise, the great, as usual, she made sure that it happened. Bringing that it's the breakfast hour, right? It's the start of the day. And if it is starting like this, then our hope and our wish is that the rest of the day is going to get even better, so that you will celebrate with all those who admire and love you.
The words, are of
Lady
course,
Elise.
Dr. K has been, right there with the process of getting this all together. Of course, we want to say happy birthday to you, Mikey G. I hope that you will have many, many, many more happy ones, filled with positive memories and more. It has been a good month. I know that Nikki B said June is the month. Yes. And now I know so many persons.
Yes, it is. And there's
Annie Karen is a June bug, and so is Mikey G, and so is Nikki B.
yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I did not know that. And when she said it, I'm like, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
He's one of us.
So, Mikey G, it's time for the news. If you want to,
Well, I was thinking about Family Friday, and I want to do the clip first, at least one clip. Talk a little bit about family, and then we get into the news, and right after that, I guess we're gonna be just getting on. Because you guys have taken up the entire time on my birthday today, and I'm
It is family
I'm planning the
Friday.
program today, and you guys have any. When I said to Lady Elise, these are the videos that we're going to use this morning. She says all of them. I didn't realize that she had some videos of her own as well, and so I didn't realize that so many persons were doing all of these things in the background. But I thank you guys.
And you were none the wiser.
And I didn't even.
It means that she's a good keeper of secrets.
I'm worried now. I'm very worried. All right,
what's ever happened on your next birthday?
Well, this one really
enjoy this one, yes. And leave the worry for tomorrow.
As Pastor Mark says, you know, as Pastor Mark says, I'm not getting older, I'm getting younger. But he knows that, you know, he's just young in spirit. And I would say to somebody, I look at myself and I see how much I've aged in myself the way I have. Persons my age are not like me. I know this, I see them, and I'm saying to myself, God has blessed me with a special gift of health and strength, and I'm telling you thanks for that, Almighty God.
Yeah.
This is where I'm going to lay it right here. I would thank the team right now for being who you are. Last night's show, Flash Talk, was just an awesome example of where Flashpoint has been coming from, where we are now, and how much more God is going to lead us down that path. You know, guidance, of course. I'm guided by the Holy Spirit, but you know, thank you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so we're going to be getting into Family Friday, guys. I think they're just making me. You know the word blush? Is it applicable to men? Blushing? I don't think so.
You tell us. You're a man. Are you blushing?
It is a reaction, so it's not gentle.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you call it? Because you can't. This is what I know.
It's a reaction.
No, yeah, because there are some things that are specific to men, and there are some things that are specific to women. It's like a man being a father and a woman being a mother. That's not going to change anytime soon, you know. And because of that,
no, it doesn't apply to emotions though. So if you are feeling a little overwhelmed, it's okay.
I think overwhelmed could be a good word. It is maybe for women and men at the same time.
You prefer overwhelmed than blush?
Of course, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about Family Friday this morning.
When you need ultrasound that's safe and effective, you must visit Asai Ultrasound Imaging. They're conveniently located at number 4 Chestnut Center, Smith Road, Georgetown, Cayman Islands. With experienced technologists with over 20 years experience, their friendly staff will make you comfortable while you get your procedure done. Asai Ultrasound Imaging is open Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Call Asai Ultrasound Imaging 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426. That's 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426.
I'm Audley Scott, and you're listening to Flashpoint Radio, Rise and Shine, your morning boost of inspiration, news, and fun. With Mikey G, Lady Elise, and CoraleeKaren, the unmistakable combination, synergized to navigate.
Welcome back. It is Fantabulous Friday, as coined by Mikey G, because it's his birthday, and so he's getting a little leniency when it comes down to his creativity at this point in time. Well, he's renowned for making up words, but we're working with the Fantabulous this morning. And as you know, it's Family Friday. And it will not be so without some relevant information or video on the family. So we're going to be looking at a few videos and comment on it. So continue to stay tuned and of course be informed.
You know how we always think about.
I just want to wish you a happy birthday. Today is your special day, and I know that the Lord has brought you thus far for a reason. Please continue to walk with Him, continue to allow Him to guide you, continue to allow Him to be your strength and your shield, and just show you some love. All right, love you.
All right. Okay. The video.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you so much.
Was that ant that stood up to
They're coming.
Yeah,
they
but we can forget
in,
about
Mikey,
him.
so
It was just
he's
one
part of
ant.
it.
One ant. Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant. Yeah, boss. They're puny. Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt? Nope. Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
How about this?
Wow. They put this in a children's film, huh?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all
This
might
is important.
stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber
This is
us
actually
100 to
about
1.
tyranny.
And if
This
they
is
ever
what's
figure that
happening
out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
I would show this clip in my class. You let one ant stand up to them, and they might all stand up. You see the power of solidarity? The power of all of us together? Individually, we feel helpless, lonely, often frightened. Together, nothing can stop us. No tyrant can rule us. No dictator can demand from us subservience. Together, we're powerful.
You know, when you, I don't even want to comment too much on the clip itself, but I think it speaks for itself. It tells you the power of family. And I was listening to the Chinese, how they say that they came through so many different difficult times in their time of like living. And the family, their existence were different from the persons who were running from religious persecution. And so the religious persons who were running from religious persecution, when they came to the lands that was free from persecution, they teach their children nothing about God or take God out of their children's lives. And so the Chinese says, no, we didn't do that. What we did was we built family. And in fact, you told your children that they were also gods themselves. Start to believe that you are your own creators. And so the Chinese says that we didn't teach our... So we become the nation that we become because we stuck together as family units, clans. This is the word that was used, big word, clans. And this is what you're looking at in all spheres. That the clan methodology or the ability to be creating that clan. Even in the olden times of the biblical principles, it will tell that each tribe, and this is the word clan is substituting the word tribe. And so each tribe had their leaders and leadership. It didn't mean that all of us was led by everybody. Each tribe had leadership. Each tribe. And so when you think about your tribe, you must be leader of your tribe, your children, your family, your house. You know, but what we are looking at now is that our leadership of the house is changing. And the clan is destroyed. Now, grandmothers are no longer welcome. Grandfathers are no longer welcome. Uncles and aunties are supposed to come on occasion when you're invited. And so some live east, north, south, and west, and the division occurs. And the family now becomes a lone wolf or a lone sheep that any wolf can take advantage of.
Wonderful.
You know, and so we see this as a problem,
So,
right?
yeah. You know, the principle is absolutely sound, Mikey G, because together we have so much power. And it's concerning because even in the unit, the family unit, there is so much division, there's so much tension. And I must go back, if I may, to the adversary, that the concept is, if you destroy the home, if you destroy the home, you destroy the church and you destroy the nation. And it then becomes, for those of us who are conscious to be more, it's intentional is the word that comes ready to mind. But the truth is that we have to put more effort. It has to start with me, you know. When you talk about the intention of God, God desires to dwell with us. He desires to be a part of us. He's all about togetherness and family and unity and building that strength. And so what we ought to do is to go back to the Bible, to get the source that is, it's the glue that keeps us together. So if we love, if we really truly love, then that is the magnet that automatically pulls us, and we're the force to reckon thereafter. You know, so totally agree. On your own, you are a sitting duck.
Well, you know what is interesting? What is interesting that, you know, every attack that is coming to the family, the man is attacked first. Well, every attack that comes to the family, the man is attacked first. And I will say this, that the attack don't come through anybody else, but sometimes the very one who should be holding the back of that man, who is the woman. The attack comes from that, right? And so he is being attacked because in truth and in fact, he is responsible for the leadership of his family. And so we look at the concept of attacking the family as something fictitious or out exterior, but not seeing that it's an internal matter in most cases. Now, here is how family is attacked and destroyed from inside. When the man's position of leadership is weakened in the home, then the attack has happened. When you don't see a clear man being the head of his house, then the attack has happened. When you can't see in your church organization that leadership is being blurred, the lines, that the men are not there anymore, the attack has happened. You have to see that. When the Bible says to be a bishop, you have to be a husband of one wife, up to teach and lead your house well before you can lead the house of God. How does the wife lead the church when the husband should be the one? You have to watch these things. The attack has happened already. You have to see this. And so we can argue around the points.
Ask Mikey.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah, well, let me finish. So you can argue around the point, right? To say that these things are not happening. But you must see that if you see that this is God's clear plan, and this is happening in the reverse of God's clear plan, whose plan is it? For when Genesis chapter 3 says, in no wise should your woman lead you. Family is under attack.
Good point. And so my question to you, Mikey G, my question to you is, where is the strength? Who is taking away the strength from the man?
You know, a very good question.
If he's strong, why is he? Yeah. So I'm very curious.
No, if he's strong, you're making a point. If he's strong, what happened?
And I have made. Right, so if he is strong, has he yielded it up or given it up?
All right. Well, let's look at the next video.
So I will give you 2 examples.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Where my thoughts are.
Yes.
Right. I will think of Adam and I think of Job, and in both situations, they were confronted by their strength, the back, the woman. one yielded, the other didn't. And so my question to you is, what was it that gave Adam, well, more so Job, the fortitude that he had to withstand and to be able to? You think of Jesus when Peter, his beloved, came to him and said, and then he says, "Get thee behind me, Satan." And so again, my question, the strength of the man, where does it lie? Is it in his hair?
Well, let me answer it this way for you. Let me answer it this way for you. I would say that if the plan of God is that man should lead, and now the woman is, whose plan is it now?
I would say to you, my response is that God's plan is always God's plan. There's always going to be detractors. There's always going to almost be persons who
question is,
nothing can stop the plan of God.
I know.
We choose.
And whichever way, whether through Sodom, whether through Gomorrah, whether through the land of Israel and through the wilderness, God's plan always succeeds. But I'm saying, the question is, and why you hear the question, if God's plan is that the man should be the head of his house, and now the woman is the head of the house, whose plan is it now?
And I would submit to you that the woman can never be the head of the house.
No. Even if it results that God uses this narrative to ultimately bring out his will, whose plan is it now for the woman to be having head of the house ship? Head of the church ship? Whose plan is that?
Well, I will say to you that there are two forces, and because we're in the great controversy, there's always going to be the force that is against and the force that is for. It is for us to make a determination whose side we're on, depending on where we are.
And
so I will land it back. So the plan of the enemy is always the plan of the enemy. So just as how his intent is to distract us from heaven, distract us from being living the life that speaks to our relationship with God, just as how he wants to make sure that we do not trust God, he has a plan. And so we must not be too concerned about his plan, but make sure that we see God's plan and allow that to direct us. My position is, I don't need to know the bad to determine the evil. I need to know the good, and that in and itself would automatically erode or eliminate the evil. So once you turn on the light, darkness is dispelled. I don't need to know what darkness is. I just need to know what light is, and if I stay in the light, then I'm okay. That may be naive on my part. That is how I look at it.
Well, I would agree with you in so many fronts, and I will just go to the next video. I won't contest the conversation in this way. I will say to you, if it's not God's plan, it just says two forces. It must be the enemy's plan.
Enemy's plan.
So we have to see God. So it was an easy answer. But anyways, I want to, what you said about the light and turning it off, and so I'm going to leave that.
I object to that, Mikey G. Nothing that you ask requires an easy answer.
All right, I'm done. I'm going to go to the next video.
I'm not going to be sucked into that one.
All right. Fine.
What you letting me know? I need for you to answer my question. Is that what you're asking me to do? Allow this man to keep paying child support, and you're making excuse me, that's my job, thanks. You make $150,000 a year.
I pay for the boys' private school. They have private piano lessons. I pay for several. I pay their
excuse me,
health
Your Honor.
insurance.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Both of my boys are on scholarship.
Okay, that's beside the point here. Ma'am, you guys have a split custody arrangement. You understand that, right?
Yes, I do.
Not in all cases does somebody have to pay child support, Because it's up to me to decide if someone pays child support.
For child support
Yes.
all these years.
I have been homeless because of it. I can't pay rent. I can't do nothing. I don't have a life. Her mother had denied me a DNA test, so why would I believe the child's mine? Why would I want to get involved with the child and come to find out years later that the child's not mine anyway?
You truly felt like at that time your wife had been unfaithful to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And you asked for a DNA test.
Yes, ma'am.
You were not granted it.
Yes, ma'am.
From that point on, you were responsible for child support
Yes,
each and
ma'am.
every month over the last 20-something years,
Yes,
and you've now just presented to the court, you are $146,918.51 in arrears.
And I look over my shoulder every day in fear of going to prison.
And then this cycle just kept continuing?
Yes, ma'am, because I can't even get my driver's license. I don't believe she is my child.
Mr. J.
Please let it run. Let it run. Let it finish. Let it finish. Let it finish. Let it finish. Let it say the last part. Alright, so we are going to come back in just a minute. You know, it was saying, Mr. Jennings, you are not the father. After all that theatrics, really, he's not the father of the child. No, we're looking at
eternally.
It has become, we talked about, you asked the question a while ago. Did the men give up their power? Their power has been sapped and subdued and taken away and destroyed and attacked in every angle, everywhere you can think about. Through every system that runs through this land attacks the man.
So let me go back to the first video though, Mikey G. That there is strength in numbers. So what is the effort among men to be or reclaim the strength? So we talk about one ant, and it's not just one or two, but there's strength in numbers. If there is that consciousness that it is being sapped, that there's this element that is pulling or draining the strength of the men, and this is a consensus among the community, why not be a force to reckon with?
Well, what you have seen,
how do you reclaim
what
it?
you have seen is that the force to reckon with is that you have a system in place that is destroying the family. And so it's not about reckoning as a force against what? Against who? Against who? Because if you start this conversation and start to say what we have done is that we have turned men against women, and I've said this all the time. And if you look at the civil rights movement talks about the black people's plight to become people. That's what civil rights is. Mm-hmm. To by law be called people and be considered as people and not cattle or property. And this right was for black men and black women. It wasn't for the men alone. Can we get this? And so the rights that was what that was being fought for at the time was the rights for voting, rights for equal pay, right? And it was for men and women. It wasn't for the men versus the women. It was rights to be people. And then feminism came.
Yeah.
And divided the black family down the middle and let them know now that they are with another group of persons fighting another cause, and separated them from their husbands and put them at edge with each other, and now you can't unite because you destroyed it. So you must see where I'm at. All right. So
I am, but Mikey D, I noticed that we have another visitor on the platform. So I'm going to yield my mic to Mario.
Morning,
Good
Mario.
morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Mario. How are you doing?
I am good, Mikey G. How are you doing this blessed morning?
I tell you, you guys are messing with my mind.
Oh boy, I just dropped Daniel off to school and I'm heading into work now, but I said I had to jump on and wish you, sir, a very, very, very happy birthday. I know at our age and stage, we don't do a lot in terms of celebration, but it is still a monumental achievement to have come this far. And it's good when you can look back and reflect and say, yes, I have made it to here, and I have the strength and the will and the all these bubbling ideas in me that are driving me forward to try and conquer, another decade or another 2 or 3 decades of life and live it so abundantly and full of life. So I wanted to reach out this morning, Mikey G, and just wish you personally a very happy birthday, sir. And I sincerely hope that you continue to enjoy many days under the sun in full strength and with full cognitive function and the purpose that you have on your life to go out there and make this world a more exciting place for everyone.
Well, with friends like you, with friends like you, CoraleeKaren and Lady Elise and Pastor Mark and Janine and Dr. K and Patrice, all the way in Virgin Islands. Guys, you keep my brain functioning all the time, man. I can't sleep. Thank you, Mario. Thank you so much, man, for taking the time out to come on and just say good morning. You guys are creeping me up this morning. What's going on? You guys have a conspiracy going on here.
Oh boy, this is the monster that you created.
Yeah, and I think in this regard, we will accept it wholeheartedly that the conspiracy is what it is. So we believe it to be a positive one. And so we will own it. Yes, we conspired.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good. So not every time you see people sneaking around behind you, Michael, it's bad. Not every time they're sneaking around, it's bad. Good morning, Lady Ellie.
Good morning.
Yes.
And welcome to the breakfast hour. Where are we going?
We are going to work. Cruising into Georgetown on a very overcast Friday morning, actually.
So I'm just saying to you that we like being in your car.
Yeah.
Would you welcome us every now and again and perhaps tell us what is happening after you drop Daniel to school? This is a public invitation. On the breakfast hour in my honor.
Oh boy, well, this particular morning, it seems like there's still traffic at 8:37. There's still traffic on Linford Pearson.
Yeah,
heading into town. Wow.
Yeah, and then there's somebody else who just wants to say hello. And this is a surprise. So listen up, Mikey G. Morning.
Morning, Mikey G. Happy birthday. You know, just before you got your bed, happy chime in. You know, blessings and blessings. You never know, so we have it all planned. And last night we talking.
Oh,
We was
God.
kind of fine tuning right around you and getting you engaged in conversation. Well, I hope God bless you with all the desires of your heart that is according to his will. I hope your CUC bill can pay, your water bill, your internet bill, and your grocery. I hope you can buy eggs. You understand? Hope you can buy egg. Happy birthday, Mikey G from Just Before You Got Your Dead. Mario Wagwan.
Me there, you know, me there. As you said, the bill them get paid, you know. I don't know if now is a good time to put Mikey G under the bus, you know. But years ago, I went by Mikey G's house and Mikey G sit down in there cook a curry tripe and bean. I don't know if you ever eat curry tripe and bean or if you eat them something there. But
Love a curry, you know.
Mikey traumatized me with that curry tripe and bean there. After me eat the curry tripe and bean there, tripe and bean that tastes like tripe and bean after that. We don't know where I'm sprinkling it, where I'm doing it. But we can't get over the curry tripe and bean.
I want thing from Spanish Town, Mario.
Boy, Mikey G.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to go run a pot of that curry tripe and bean soon enough.
Veggie tripe and bean.
You understand?
I don't know. Yeah.
Might tell them one thing from Spanish Town, you're sprinkling, you know.
Oh no, man! I just curry, man. I just curry.
Oh my
The thing in there, they call it jeera. They call it jeera. The Indians call it jeera.
Jeera.
So it's a little sprinkle, you know, but it bring up a little taste, a little bit, pop up a little bit more, you know. Yeah, so yeah, man. I remember that. I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember. I never. Mario said, "Man, the curry good. This curry tripe and bean." But I never knew that. I just put the thing and enjoy it. So it was just a thing, you know.
Boy, if I tell you you changed my life forever, rest assured. That is one way that you did.
You can't go away and eat tripe and bean no more.
No, me can't enjoy it again, Mikey G. Me can't enjoy it. Sometimes it just tastes like something missing. You know? I left out something.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So.
You need therapy. You need therapy.
You know that somebody asked
going down that road with you guys. I am not.
We need some tripe and bean therapy.
Yeah, listen, Thursday was a big. When was it? Wednesday, everybody was having a problem over the therapy idea. You remember the whole therapy conversation? It resulted in flash talk. It resulted in flash talk and last night. That's what we were having last night. The same conversation. I listened to it. I said, the inspiration from one statement Mikey G make and a breakfast hour program. Turn the flash talk into a situation, right?
That was therapy.
Oh boy, it was therapy. I think Nikki B gonna need some therapy.
Yeah, Julie therapy. Julie was my therapist last night. She was on the call.
Well, yeah.
So how you feeling, Mikey G?
Man, I feel strong enough, sir.
Beautiful. You're flanked by two beautiful women. You know, they are part of a singing group, Double Gut and the Zip Down Crew. We will launch our album soon. We're launching our album soon.
Well, for those of you who missed this video slideshow, I'm just gonna share that one. I'm gonna sneeze.
Yes. And just for those who are just joining, it is Mikey G's birthday, and so we are making sure to remind him how special he is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
The CEO himself. Flashpoint Media.
All right.
Mikey G, me see one nice brown inside of you. Now some of them photo there. Uchi.
Oh,
You know, I never take a good look at the photo them.
Wrong answer. One strike. One strike, Mario. One strike.
After the nice
plausible deniability.
No.
The photos were not very clear to me.
No, man. Mikey G, you have gone too bad. You get one pass because of your birthday, but we will discuss this in detail at another time.
Well, all right. I look forward for the discussion. Thank you, guys.
All right,
forget him on Flash Talks one night, Connie. No, so when I forget Mikey G on Flash Talks one night, you can back him up.
You mean Connie, I got back me up?
Listen, oh boy, it's gonna be fun. Next week, I believe Flash Talk for next Thursday is gonna be phenomenal with the idea for a topic that's coming. I don't want to say anything yet until the post but the place, but trust me. And somebody in studio that is in management post was wanting to find out what was the inspiration behind the idea. So I'll allow Nikki B to deal with that.
Henry,
oh boy.
But I think Mikey going to jump on this one. He's not going to miss this one. Trust me. So it's going to be
oh boy.
Coralee, you have to make sure that you're there, Miss CoraleeKaren. Make sure you are tapped in.
Tune in and join.
You have to join, yes, because this is one you're not gonna normal.
Oh boy.
Yes,
I feel an attack coming. I need prayer.
Well, the conversation started out.
Your 1 hour shower, drive to East End, play your little music, and schedule a cry before you come.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, everybody,
I forget the prayer team to jump on it too.
All right,
Lady Connie.
Thank you so much. Have a good
one.
one.
Have a great day. Thank you, guys. Blessing.
All right, folks. I'm gonna jump off as well. I'm gonna continue to listen in as I drive in, but I want you all to enjoy the rest of the day. Mikey G, have a good one, sir. All right. And we'll catch up later.
The boss is here this morning. I don't know what to say, guys. You have me on.
Well, it is news time, Mikey G, so it might be an opportune time for you to share with the listeners and viewers what's happening, not only in Cayman, but across the world. Thank you for tuning into the breakfast hour. Yes.
I guess CoraleeKaren can just, well, all right. So CoraleeKaren is our news anchor. I want to say good morning to you again. And of course, for the face of the news on Flashpoint Media, Flashpoint Radio, CoraleeKaren is here with us this morning as a breakfast hour lady on a Friday, Family Friday. And our conversation has just simply ended. But I'm happy that we got some information in there. I think we have sufficient information in there for the listeners to dissect and work with. I think they can just look at it. Because CoraleeKaren, you're right. Mikey G is wrong.
What a birthday present that you're giving me on your birthday. No, stop the clock. I have to.
Setting
Mikey
straight.
G is giving me a birthday present. Listen, I am taking that 100%. I'm not even questioning it. Thank you so very much, sir.
Alright, it's news time, guys. It has been a breakfast hour with a difference, and these guys have messed with my mind this morning. You know when we say the word guys, and I'm here using the same word, right? So if you see a group of men and women together, and you say, "You guys, come here," what will happen? CoraleeKaren.
All the guys and girls will go.
And so if I see a group of men and women standing together and I say the same thing as this, "You girls, come here," what will happen?
Only the girls will come.
So why does the women want to be called men?
I don't know.
Interestingly, I think we should table that for another where we can really explore it, because I am sure that there are persons who would want to
hear that conversation.
Different perspectives.
That conversation.
Yes,
because this is something that has been we are on the line, because the birthday thing going on, it kind of like take away some of the conversation, so we couldn't get to it faster, right? But that is something that is there. So we're gonna go to the news. We want to thank everyone for joining. Thank you for listening, and of course, CoraleeKaren for being this morning's breakfast hour. I think she just come out this morning with all our thing them and that. But anyway, Lady Elise.
It's your birthday, Mikey G.
Lady Elise, just you know what? I'm not even talking to her right now.
Yeah, all love, lots.
All right, so I want to thank all my friends, and I'm making some friends this morning. Or I have many friends. I didn't even know that Patrice came on this morning. She shake me up this morning. And then Dr. K turn up. I'm done. Then Janine, hold on. Then Janine.
You need to have conversation with Dr. K. You're going to go malice me. Yeah.
You hear me tell you, that's why I said to you that I'm having a problem already. News time on Flashpoint. Say something, CoraleeKaren, and let us go to the news, please.
Absolutely. Again, listeners, we celebrated Mikey G this morning, and thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of the celebration. And this is a one-time thing. You don't normally see Mikey G like this, and for us to be participating in it. But I feel so special. I hope you felt special being a part of it. And ultimately, I know that we got one on him today, but I'm sure that when he sits down and gets a chance to reflect on it and to realize that this is love, insurmountable love, that he'll forgive Lady Elise. But we certainly enjoy the moment and enjoy spending it with you, and wish you all the very best for the rest of your birthday.
Well, I'm prepared to forgive every one of you for conspiring. Of course, it's news time right here on Flashpoint.
It is Friday, June 6th, and these are the news headlines on Flashpoint Radio. I'm CoraleeKaren. two iconic beachfront sites on Grand Cayman are set to see new life. Businessman Handel Whitaker, known for founding Calico Jacks, has received the green light to develop new beach bars on the sites of the former Royal Palms and Coral Beach. Whitaker's new proposal includes a covered bar, a 2,176 square foot deck, seawall, service hut, and bathroom blocks. The original Royal Palms venue, once a hotspot for locals and tourists, has remained closed since the pandemic in 2020 and has deteriorated since. Whitaker recused himself from the planning board's discussions due to his role as deputy chair. Approval was granted with conditions, paving the way for redevelopment. Search for journalist continues. Concern is growing for Compass Media journalist Andrel Harris, who remains missing since Tuesday night. The 34-year-old was last seen near Pedro Castle Road in Bordentown around 9:30 p.m. on June 3. Authorities and volunteers continue to search. A coordination meeting was held Thursday afternoon at Cayman Islands Baptist Church. Police are urging the public to call 911-947-2220, 945-4624, or 949-6555 with any information. Compass Media has issued a statement asking the community for support, saying, quote, "We're praying for Andrel's safe return," end quote. Cayman courts new business in Europe. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Cayman Islands has returned from a major aviation convention in Geneva, Switzerland, where they promoted the benefits of the Cayman Islands Aircraft Registry and Cayman Maritime and Aviation City. The CAACI highlighted its Category 1 FAA designation and credible regulatory environment. They aim to attract more aircraft registration and build on strategic partnerships for offshore commercial operations. CUC in court over energy reports. Caribbean Utilities Company is in court fighting to stop the release of two internal reports on energy cost and renewable energy capacity. The documents, requested under the Freedom of Information Act by James Whitaker of the Cayman Renewable Energy Association, include the 2024 cost of service study and a 2023 solar study. CUC's legal team argues the company was left out of the FO1 appeals process. The judicial review continues in Grand Court. New planning board for Sister Islands. The Development Control Board for the Sister Islands has been completely reshuffled. Stephen Tatum, an accountant at Island Energy, replaces long-serving chair Aston Bodden. Other new appointees include Kendall Ryan, Tracy Hunter, Richard McIlhan, Keenshawn Ritz, Elkie Rose, and Joshua Burke. Andrea Stevens continues as Executive Secretary. Mental Health First Aid coming to Cayman. The Addison Kelly Mental Health Education Fund, in partnership with the Alex Panton Foundation, hosted a Mental Health First Aid Mentoring Week with 14 local participants. The training, guided by representatives from Mental Health First Aid International, aims to launch a locally adopted program. The initiative will teach residents how to identify and support those experiencing mental health issues, with a full rollout planned across the Cayman Islands. We now go to the region. Dominican Rum Punch wins International Award. Belfast Rum Punch, a product of Dominica's Belfast Estate Limited, has won a bronze medal at the prestigious International Wine and Spirits Competition in London. Judges praised its fruity aroma and tropical flavor profile. Managing Director Yavor Nassif calls the win a proud moment for Dominica, adding, "This showcases our ability to compete with the best in the world." And over in Antigua approves cannabis and COVID pardons. Antigua and Barbuda has announced sweeping criminal justice reforms, including pardons for small cannabis possession and COVID-19 violations. Those convicted for possessing under 15 grams of cannabis will have their records expunged. Additional pardons are being granted to prisoners showing rehabilitation through the HAPPI government housing program. The government says that this is a step towards social justice and reintegration. Those were the news headlines on Flashpoint Radio. Continue to stay tuned for more updates. It's All Gospel Friday.
When you need ultrasound that's safe and effective, you must visit Asai Ultrasound Imaging. They're conveniently located at number 4 Chestnut Center, Smith Road, Georgetown, Cayman Islands. With experienced technologists with over 20 years experience, their friendly staff will make you comfortable while you get your procedure done. Asai Ultrasound Imaging is open Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Call Asai Ultrasound Imaging 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426. That's 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426.
I'm Audley Scott, and you're listening to Flashpoint Radio. Rise and shine. Your morning boost of inspiration, news, and fun. With Mikey G, Lady Elise, and CoraleeKaren, the unmistakable combination, synergized to navigate.
Welcome back. We are at the closing moments of Fantabulous Friday, as coined by our birthday celebrant. Mikey G is celebrating today, and we all from morning have been sharing that, and you're just joining us, then I would encourage you to go back and view it. Believe me, Mikey G was left speechless. That only happens once. And so if out of 365 days of the year, we were able to get that done, then I'm telling you, we're tapping our shoulders. But it was amazing. There were some surprises. There were some, certainly persons that he did not expect at all. But overall, we pulled one off on Mikey G. So not only is it Fantabulous Friday because it's Mikey G's birthday, but we were able to accomplish something that was not possible, or we thought it wasn't possible, but it was accomplished. And so, yes, definitely. But we're coming to the close of it. And for those of you who didn't get a chance to greet him while we're on air, please, by all means, go and, send your wishes in whatever form you want, because it's all about Mikey G today.
Thank you, CoraleeKaren.
And guess what?
What?
My pleasure. My pleasure. Boy, sorry, Mikey G, I'm gonna so bask in this moment. I'm like, I'm basking. But you know what? Again, wishing you all the very best for today. And just to remind you that you're special and we absolutely love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. And hopefully it would have been started in a way that will propel and make it even more wonderful for the rest of the day.
But I guess with all that being said, all I have to say is thank you very much. Thank you, listeners and viewers, for joining us this morning on this morning's edition of the Breakfast Hour. We really appreciate all the persons who came out and supported and are a part of, and all the persons who helped to celebrate this special moment and a day in time for and with me.
Awesome. Have a wonderful rest of the day, everyone, and thank you so very much for joining us. Tata. It's all Gospel Friday, so make sure to continue to stay tuned. We will be here to support you as we prepare for the Sabbath. And certainly in the evening, there is Open Portal, and Sabbath morning, there is the Sabbath experience. So continue to stay with us, continue to share in our experience, because we certainly are here for you. Have a wonderful day.
And remember, guys, tune into our web radio, www.flashpointmedia.ky. Plays all day, all night. Have yourself a wonderful time.
It's like we're running in circles, going around every day, getting stuck in the hurdles of yesterday. Don't you wanna go further, away from the fray? Let's not get stuck in our worries, we'll make our way. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd, just you and me together. We'll all sing better outside, just us in the sky. Circus, is it innate? Feels like a heavy burden, but I can't relate. Do our actions even matter, or is this a fate? At least now I'm feeling better, I know I'm here to stay. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd, just you and me.
I'm Claude Edwards, and you're listening to Flashpoint Radio. You know, wherever I travel around the globe, I have access to Flashpoint Radio, and so should you. Flashpoint Radio in a class all by